In this video we're going to be continuing with operations with algebraic expressions, and now we are going to be looking at examples that involve multiplication and division of algebraic expressions. Alright, so we are going to be having an example so that we can learn how to multiply and divide algebraic expressions. So we have the question: simplify on part A the product 2ab multiplied by 3ac, and on part B we have 5m squared n multiplied by 7mn cubed. Alright, so let's move on to the solution. We just want to see how we can handle this multiplication. We start with part A. On part A we have 2ab multiplied by 3ac. Alright, so this can be written as, if you have 2ab, this is 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b, and if you have 3ac, that's 3 multiplied by a multiplied by c. Alright, so what we do right here is we can multiply the numbers first, 2 and 3, and we get 6, right? And we multiply the terms in a, so we have a multiplied by a, so these are two a's multiplying each other, so we get a squared. And we also multiply b and c, so that we get bc. So our solution here will come out as 6a squared bc. So that is the solution to part A. Alright, so it's not a difficult thing. I know you won't have a challenge in solving this problem, part A. I want you to try part B. I'm just going to give you a minute to simplify part B, where we have 5m squared n multiplied by 7mn cubed. So you can pause this video starting from now. Alright, so for part B, we have 5m squared n multiplied by 7mn cubed. Alright, so here again this can be written as 5, so for m squared, that's multiplied by m times m and times n, and for 7mn cubed, that's, we can write that as 7 multiplied by m multiplied by, that's, if we have n cubed, that's n times n times n. Alright, so now we can multiply starting with the numbers. So we can start with 5 multiplied by 7, which will give us 35, and we go on to the terms in m. For the terms in m we have 1, 2, 3 terms being multiplied by each other in terms of m, so we have m cubed. And for terms in n we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's n to the power of 4. So our solution here will come out as m cubed, so 35m cubed n to the power of 4. But this is rather a long and monotonous process, because we could easily use what we call the laws of indices. So using laws of indices, you can simply add the powers. We're going to be looking at how to deal with laws of indices with algebraic expressions later on, but I think you have an idea of what laws of indices are, because we discussed that in course 1 of this mathematics revision series. Alright, so besides doing this, like expanding and writing down the algebraic expressions like this, you can apply the laws of indices. Alright, so according to the laws of indices, if you have 5m squared n multiplied by 7mn cubed, we can first multiply 5 by 7, and this will give us 35, and next we multiply m squared by m, so we're talking about m squared multiplied by m. M is m to the power of 1. So since we are saying that you have to add the powers, if you are multiplying expressions that have the same base, like we have the base m, so that means that we'll be adding the powers, that is, we'll be getting m to the power of 2 plus 1. So that will give us m to the power of 2 plus 1, right? And for n, terms in n, we have n to the power of 1 multiplied by n to the power of 3. So since we have the same base right there, so we have to add the powers again, so that will give us n to the power of 1 plus 3, right? So eventually we'll be getting 35. 2 plus 1, that's 3, so m cubed, and 1 plus 3, that's 4, so that's n to the power of 4, and that's the solution to part B. So it's an easier way to apply the laws of indices when you are trying to multiply algebraic expressions like the ones we have right here. Right, so I want to take you to another example, example 2. Alright, so example 2 has to do with division. So we have 2x divided by 8x squared y on part A, and on part B we have 5b squared c cubed divided by 3bc squared. Alright, you may want to attempt these problems A and B, so I can give you just 3 minutes to solve part A and part B. Starting from now, you can pause the video starting from now. Here's the solution to part A. On part A we have 2x divided by 8x squared y. So this can be written as 2 multiplied by x divided by 8 multiplied by x times y. So that's 8x squared y. And right here what we can do is we can divide. 2 into 2 we get 1, 2 into 8 we get 4. We can also see that x also cancels out with other x on the denominator, so that we get 1, such that on the denominator we're only left with 4 times 1 times x times y, and that will give us 4xy. And on the numerator we're only left with 1 times 1, right? We only have 1 times 1 after having cancelled out all those terms, so we'll be simply having 1, and that's our solution right there. That's 1 over 4xy. That's the solution to part A. Okay, so I hope you got that answer correct, and well done if you did so. Alright, and on part B we have 5b squared c cubed divided by 3bc squared. Alright, so this can be written as 5 multiplied by b times b multiplied by c times c times c, right? That's c cubed, and that's divided by, if we have 3bc squared, that's 3 multiplied by b multiplied by c times c for c squared. Alright, so we can divide right here. I'm seeing that we can cancel out a number of terms, like we have b can divide with the b on the denominator, and this c can divide with the c on the denominator, again this c on the numerator with this c on the denominator, and that will be okay, such that on the numerator we are left with 5bc, right? And on the denominator we only have 3, so our solution will come out as 5bc divided by 3. So that's the answer to part B. Alright, but this could have been simply solved if we had been using the laws of indices. So if you are dividing and you have the same base, according to the laws of indices, you subtract the powers. Right, so we'll be dividing starting with the numbers 5 divided by 3, right? So this will give us 5 over 3. We go on to the terms in the terms in B. So we have b squared dividing b, so b squared divided by b to the power of 1 is the same as b to the power of 2 minus 1, right? So this will give us b to the power of 2 minus 1. And the terms in c, we've got c cubed divided by c squared. C cubed divided by c squared gives us c to the power of 3 minus 2. So this will be c to the power of 3 minus 2. So if we simplify this, we'll be getting 5 over 3 b to the power of 1 c to the power of 1. So that's the solution to part B, and I just hope you got that answer correct as well.